Cultures from around the world use various forms of symbols to represent important beliefs of their culture. In Ireland, Celtic knots are used on clothing, jewelry, kitchenware, and more to symbolize eternity, whether that be in the terms of loyalty, faith, friendship, or love. Celtic knots are various designs consisting of one loop that has no distinctive start or finish and is created using only one thread. This idea of having no start or finish is the basis behind its representation of eternity, which is then compared to various relationships that are determined by that specific knot's design patterns. The three most common design patterns for Celtic knots are network interlace, Celtic spirals, and step patterns. Knotwork interlace is a representation of the interconnection of life and our place within the universe as a whole. Uh, on the other hand, Celtic spirals represent either the balance between our inner self, outer self, and personal spirit, or the three prong representation of water, fire, and earth. And then step patterns represent the development and progression in our own lives or the connection between heaven and earth. Celtic knots are significant in the Irish culture as they represent many of the core beliefs, some of which being spirituality and the emphasis of relationships, whether that's family or friendship. Many of the most popular Celtic knots represent some of these ideas. Some of these include the love knot, the sailor's knot, and the Dara knot, which focus on more personal relationships, and then the Trinity knot, Celtic spiral knot, shield knot, and the Celtic cross symbolize more spiritual meanings. Um, Although historians can't agree on specific meanings for each symbol, these popular designs have the same general idea. So, in terms of the relationship symbols, the love knot represents the love between two people, which you can see it kind of has two hearts intertwined. And then the sailor's knot stresses the importance of strong relationships, both friendship and family. It's kind of compared to the sailor's knot being a relatively simple knot, but extremely strong. And then the Dara knot depicts a root system of like intertwined spirals, emphasizing the importance of personal strength. And then on the other hand, the more spiritual knots, the Trinity knot represents the Holy Trinity, being the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And then the spiral knot focuses on personal spirit and the unity between oneself, mind, body, and soul. And then the shield knot um, focuses on the protection of oneself, warding off evil spirits or danger. Most people put that like in their homes and things like that. And then the Celtic cross is just a basic symbol of the church. These symbols serve as a reminder and a form of expression of personal beliefs or values. Irish typically wear Celtic knots on clothing or jewelry, and that gives the owner a sense of hope and an attempt to invoke the meaning of each symbol to improve and intertwine in their own life. These meanings are not agreed on by historians, but many Celtic knots have gotten personalized within their meanings within families and then are passed on between generations. Although many cultures use symbolism, the Irish culture has taken Celtic knots to represent their eternal relationships with not only themselves but loved ones and their spirituality. And they do this by proudly wearing each symbol as a form of expression. Thank you.